My name's Scott Bradley. I'm from England and I've been in Thailand now approximately 12 years, the second time round, altogether approximately 20 years in Thailand. I came back here in August 2009 and I was working in the property industry and did that for a couple of years. Decided it was not the right path I wanted to go in, and I came across Mr. Inarula one day and his son, and they came to visit the office, and they eventually bought a franchise from me. So that linked me together with Kun In. We kept in contact for about a year, and then I decided to leave the property industry, and then he asked me, would I be interested in coming to work in a school? Obviously no background in the school industry, so I said, where would I be able to fit myself in the school? So I was looking after making the school progress more on the infrastructure, not on the academic side. So I did that for maybe a couple of years, and it was quite, well, I wouldn't say a shock to go to the school, because I knew already Kun In had briefed me about exactly what the school is, but obviously everything has a new challenge. So when I got there, I met many different types of nationalities, but with my background, I've lived overseas many years, so nothing was a challenge or nothing was new to me in that way. So I changed a lot of things in the school, more on the, like I said prior, was on the infrastructure side, changing the auditorium, changing places where the kids could, be a bit more freely, like in the multi-purpose basketball court, but then it changed into quite a lot of other things as well. So yeah, it was interesting. I made quite a lot of friends in the school. Unfortunately, after leaving the school, I don't tend to keep in touch with too many people from the school. And the school being a Namdhari background, so I started to learn a little bit more about that. But living abroad as well, I've learned many things about many different cultures as well. So I'm very culturally adaptive. So the food, a lot of people said like, oh, how can you eat this vegetarian food? It's only vegetarian food. So at first it was like a little bit different to me, but I grew up loving Indian food, being English. It's the most famous food in England would be Indian food. And so I used to look forward to going to the canteen every day and enjoying and sampling all different types of foods. And I think culture does come across a lot with food. So I enjoyed it. 10 years ago in the UK, I'll use UK as an example. If somebody said you're a vegetarian, they would look at you like, huh? What is that? What is vegetarian food? So, it was not very well accepted in the West. But now, everywhere you go, basically you have it everywhere. And it's more recognized, I think, for two reasons. One, it's obviously a lot more healthier to eat like that. And people are very cautious, about, like what actually, if you're eating non-vegetarian food, what it's actually doing, to the world, killing animals, killing this, so it really came out in that way that, it's very harmful what you're doing if you're eating certain types of food. And I think the world is changing. I know in a lot of cultures, vegetarianism that's how it is, but a lot of people also are changing their ways, their habits, and leaning towards eating more healthy. Coming down to values, what I've picked up, being involved with the Namdhari society throughout the years would be being kind, because that would be, when you start earning, you would share that with people. Also the art of, meditation and a lot of prayers, going to the temple and, showing your respect in that way. And also would be clean. Obviously that shows in obviously the dress, very clean colors, and obviously you have to cleanse the mind as well and be pure. The white, the outfit, the white turban, a lot of Indians, like in, what I see around the world, they wear multicolored turbans, different style of turbans, but Namdharis, from what I see, tend to just only wear a white turban. And I think down to culture, because Me being English, our culture is very, well, I don't think it's non-existent, to be honest, especially when it comes to a funeral. In England, a funeral is basically over and done with very, very quickly, in and out. But when I experience funerals here, it's a very deep and meaningful experience, and there's a lot of thought behind it. Not just of the afterlife and things like that. So it's quite interesting to see that, and observe that. And I've had a lot of Indian friends throughout the years, in many different countries, and I think coming to Thailand and meeting Namdhari people, I would say my personal impression of that would be kind people and very willing to talk and share my values also.